Good morning. I'm Holly North. My Dharma name is JahYoo, which means freedom and liberation. Today I'm going to talk about the nature of conviction. Convictions are strong beliefs. Sometimes these beliefs cloud us from seeing what is truly right or wrong. We hold so firmly to our opinions that we have no room for an open mind. This can prevent us from seeing other points of view. Seeing other outlooks can lead to new understanding. There's a popular Buddhist parable about the blind men and the elephant. In this parable, the men each touched a different part of an elephant, such as the trunk, the tail, or the ear. When they were examining the elephant from their personal interpretation, they were only understanding one aspect of the whole. They defended their vantage point without seeing the other men's perspectives as well. Had they walked around and touched all the parts of the elephant, then they would have seen that there was truth to all of them. In the parable, the elephant is a symbol of ultimate truth. The truth is relative to each person's perspective. We cannot know the whole truth from a single point of view. Whenever I hear this story, I ask myself if I have convictions that narrow my mind. That is a question I ask each of you today. What are your personal convictions? And how might they hold you back from a broader perspective? Our founding teacher, Master Sotesan, had some thoughts about how our convictions influence us. Allow me to read part of a passage from the scripture book that captured my attention. The founding master said, "If you wish to become a well-rounded person and attain wide knowledge and vision, you absolutely must not cling to a single point of view." Virtually everyone today clings to a single point of view, which prevents them from achieving the perfect way. Confucian scholars are attached to Confucian customs, Buddhist monks to Buddhist customs, and people active in other religions or societies, for their part, to what they know and do. Thus they lack a broad understanding of right and wrong, benefit and harm, and do not know how to adopt and apply other people's dharmas. In consequence, they do not manage to become well-rounded persons. What stood out most to me from this passage was that we must not cling strictly to a single point of view. There are many modalities to understanding ultimate truth. If we confine ourselves to only the teachings we know, then we do not allow ourselves to gain wider knowledge. Mahatma Gandhi had a similar sentiment to Master Sotesan on this matter. He said, "The time has now passed when the followers of one religion can stand and say, 'Ours is the only true religion and all others are false.' The growing spirit of toleration towards all religions is a happy augury of the future." I grew up in a strict Catholic family. My family members believed that Catholicism was the one true religion. As a child at Catholic school, I believed in Catholicism, like the rest of my family. However, as I grew older, I began to question whether Catholicism was the only way to know God. My favorite subject in college was religious studies. In this course, we read the book Siddhartha, which drew from Hindu and Buddhist teachings. Reading this book awakened something in me that I didn't know existed. I started to see that there was more to spirituality than my limited point of view. To this day, I can hear my beloved grandmother's voice in my head. When any of us were dating a new partner, she would ask, "Are they Catholic?" It was important to her convictions that we as a family married within the church. Another firm belief of hers was the importance of family. I married a non-Catholic. My grandparents would not attend our wedding unless it was in the church. We had plans for a Unitarian minister to do an outdoor wedding. My grandma said something very negative about this. My husband and I eloped because of this family custom. To celebrate our marriage, we had a gathering in a cave amphitheater with a blues band, barbecue, and camping. In the end, my grandparents were in attendance at our party. After we got married, they attended my cousin's weddings outside of the church. They were able to let go of their strict convictions about the church and put family first. My grandmother's last remaining sibling, who is a Catholic nun, recently found out that I am Buddhist. I was afraid for her to know that I wasn't a practicing Catholic. Her response to finding out this news was, well, at least she has a faith. I appreciate her open-minded response. She was able to see further than the belief that Catholicism is the only way to understanding truth. It gives me peace that my family has accepted me now. I know this isn't always the case for others. When we hold tight to our personal convictions without seeing others' dharmas, we limit ourselves and others. This causes division in families, communities, and nations. I'll never forget the lessons from my Catholic family. They taught me to help others and to give to my community. My grandma showed me the importance of spiritual practice. I remember when she told me, "Take care of your soul. It's the only thing you truly have." I have a broader spiritual awareness thanks to my grandmother, even if I didn't follow the same tradition. We all adored my grandma because of her loving heart. I can take the virtues passed on from my Catholic upbringing and apply them to my daily life, as well as the virtues I've gained from Buddhism. Catholicism and Buddhism share common beliefs. Both have similar moral and ethical values. Both emphasize compassion and leading virtuous lives. All the different religions point to God in some way. In the Book of One Buddhism, it says that all the world's religions are essentially one. Earlier in my talk, I shared one of Master Sotesan's key teachings. Do not cling to a single point of view. He said, virtually everyone today clings to a single point of view, which prevents them from achieving the perfect way. My takeaway is how important it is to embrace various dharmas. We might believe that what we know is right and what another believes is wrong. Remember the elephant parable? None of the men were fully right or fully wrong. They simply had different points of view. At the beginning of my talk, I read part of the scripture passage on convictions. I will now share the remainder of that passage. The founding master said, I'm not saying that you should lose your principal convictions and adopt other dharmas indiscriminately, but rather that you should widely apply other dharmas after you have established your principal convictions. You must understand this point well too. As one Buddhist, we must be able to incorporate other doctrines and not get too caught up in our own particular faith. In the general outline of the Wan teachings, it says, our aim is to become adherents of a broad and consummate religion by incorporating and making use as well of the doctrines of all the world's religions. So I ask myself, if I let go of a single point of view, can I expand my mind and attain wide knowledge? Can I learn from others' beliefs? The answer is yes. We must let go of having a single point of view and welcome other ways of thinking. I'm open to receiving knowledge from various traditions to become a more well-rounded person and gain a better understanding of ultimate truth.